Testing. Two. Hello. Hello. Hi. Hello. Hello. Hi. Oh, I'm on. Hi. I think I'm on. It's weird that I can never get it to play in my own browser. My stream while I'm broadcasting. Oh right, there's a trick. I have to go into full screen, I think. And then yep, and then when I minimize, now I see myself. All right. Hello. Hello and welcome. Greetings, one and all, Earthlings, non-Earthlings. Wherever you are, wherever you're from, I welcome you to this channel. It's Super Bowl Sunday, so happy Super Bowl to those of you who give a shit. And if you don't, that's totally okay too. I only sort of give a shit. We are moving the time up from when I said I was going to do it so that people who want to watch the Super Bowl can watch the Super Bowl. Because that's just how accommodating I am. Please let this be a diarrhea show. Well, it could be. My stomach's a little queasy. Oh! Have you noticed yet? If you're a regular viewer of this channel, and if you are, all 5 of you, thank you. The Cost Porta Pros are back. They're back, baby. We're back in action. Like I've pimped many times on this live stream, lifetime guarantee on these. Free replacements. So once again, I busted them because they're not that, sturdy. And I've been waiting a few weeks to get my new free pair. And here they are. Still the best sounding, for me, music sounds better on these than anything else I've ever listened to. So, anyway. And yes, I've had Botox. That's the other change you might have noticed. And yes, I'm standing. It's a standing day. I had to sit a lot this week. I played a video game all week, every day for about 10 hours, Monday through Friday. Of course, I can't talk about it because that's my job, and I know it's obnoxious to not talk about it, but I can't because then I'd be fired. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot of gaming and a lot of sitting. So I'm trying to stand this weekend. Anyway, so today we have like an hour and a half. I was thinking about what to live stream. At first I was going to do, because I bought it and then I was playing with it to make sure it would work on stream, Crusader No Remorse, which some of you may remember. One of my all-time favorite action games. And it kind of doesn't get talked about a whole lot anymore. It sort of vanished from the collective consciousness of gamers. So I kind of wanted to look at that one. And I think I still will. But the release of XCOM 2 this week from Firaxis sort of inspired me to go back to the original XCOM. Yes, I have... You came here to watch PewDiePie. I'm basically PewDiePie's younger brother. Why no Crusader today? The reason is because, like I said, because of the release of XCOM 2 on Friday made me think about XCOM in general, and I thought it would be fun now that the new one is out and is getting so much praise, and deserved from what I've seen so far. I thought it would be fun to go back and look at this one. The original XCOM, if you're young and stupid, was not the one from a few years ago, made by Firaxis. That, in fact, was a remake of the original game, which was made in 1994. So a long, long time ago. I'm sure before a lot of people watching were born. Made by Microprose, no longer in existence, and Mythos Games, which was actually Mythos was actually the developers who made the game. Microprose helped them through it. Mythos was run by Julian Gollop and his brother, I believe. They're from the UK, and most recently, Julian put out Chaos Reborn, which is on Steam, and is a remake of Chaos. What was it, like Chaos Battle of the Wizards or something in 1988. And let's see. Yeah. Racketeer says I should look into Open XCOM if you want to make XCOM work well on PCs. Well, spoiler alert, we are in fact going to be playing Open XCOM today. That is thanks to Phoenix XL on my Twitter feed who pointed it out to me. So I went and checked it out earlier today. It's basically a fan-made update, but it does actually require the original XCOM to do it. So it's just sort of a modernization of the original. There's a couple super minor rule changes that you can set, or interface changes. But for the main reason that I did this was so we get a slightly better resolution. And yeah, Chaos Reborn is in this week's Humble Bundle. So cool. So go check it out. It's another turn-based strategy game by the guys who made this now classic strategy game. Let's see. I have to load it. I think as soon as I load it, the opening movie starts to play. So let's switch. I'll talk after this.
Warning. UFO detected.
Ruining the mood. Pay attention. What's happening there? It's important. Okay, so the first thing to notice here, check this out. Not everybody knows this. That's the original name for this game was actually UFO. I just spaced out. Enemy unknown UFO. I just lost the thread. Yeah, UFO enemy unknown. So XCOM was something that was added to the American release. Originally, it was called UFO Enemy Unknown. So that's one fact that not everybody knows. So there's that. And the other thing not everybody knows is that this was originally intended to be a sequel to a game that Mythos Games, Julian Gollop and his brother made called Laser Squad in 1988 for, I think, the Amiga or maybe DOS and the Amiga. The original XCOM here was also for DOS and Amiga. And as they went on in the development, they were actually influenced by Civ, and they decided to get a little more ambitious with it, with Microprose's help, and that's how it ended up becoming UFO Enemy Unknown, or XCOM UFO Defense, as it is known in America. So we should start playing. And if you've never seen this, I know a lot of people have played this version. It's available on Steam. Normal price it's like $5, and then often it's for like $2, which is ridiculous. OpenXCOM improves on the game just in terms of, if we go into here, you could see it. I think there's just a lot of options. Like for example, it defaults to 640 by 480, so I was able to bump it up a little. There's all sorts of little things you can do in terms of display. It also adds mouse keyboard support. Better, there was rudimentary mouse keyboard support in the original. There's just different options, but the main one I did it was to be able to bump up the bump up the resolution a bit. Is it stuttering? My memories of this game, says Adest Fidelis, are all the same. Get squad off of ship, squad dies. Yes, indeed. That is quite likely to happen here, which will be one of the main things to So we'll difficulty level. I mean, let's face it. Honestly, of course, I'm superhuman. I mean, right? But we'll just go with experienced for now, just so. The reason is because you could see even at basically the second lowest level, you will see how hard this game is. So here's the opening screen for the game. When you start the game for the very first time, this is what you get. If you're familiar with the Firaxis XCOMs, this is somewhat familiar. Here's the globe. We are going to put down an XCOM base where we will be hunting for aliens, ships, shooting them down, and then trying to kill the aliens. Is this a speed run? Hardly. What's interesting to note, because this is a 1994 game, and this was just so typical of gaming at the time, is there's no tutorial whatsoever. There's not any remote explanation of what's happening on the screen, nor are you going to get one. I mean, it tells you to select site for new base. That's about the only hint you get. All of this stuff here, it's relatively self-explanatory, but there's no babying you through the opening experience. Sorry, I paused there because you guys are stuck. You guys are stuck on the menu screen. Not capturing. All right, I got you. I'm caught up with you. I can see that that's not happening. So let me back out. I'm not doing anything yet, so you haven't missed a damn thing. So don't worry. I saw this working earlier, so I know it can work. So, because I tested it. So I'm going to quit out. Alright. Try a new game. Experienced. Alright, I'll see if this catches you up with me. I might have to recapture the EXE. That's a really good point. Let's actually try that. Yep, I think that worked. So now we'll just get rid of this one. Whoops, I got rid of the wrong one. Okay. There we go. All right. Sorry for the disappointment there. Let's see. We'll do that. We'll do this. Okay. All right. We'll do... Where should we stick me so I'm not in the way? You can still see me because I know you want to, because who wouldn't? Yeah, we'll put me up there. Okay. Alrighty. So now we have the here's the opening screen. As I was saying before, we were so rudely interrupted by technology. This is the opening screen of the game. This is the first thing you see when you load the game for the first time. And as I was saying, no tutorial, no nothing, just this. You are told to select a site for the base. Whoops, I'm actually in XSplit, not the game. So clicking on that there isn't going to work. Okay, there we go. Whoops, I didn't want to, oh fuck. No, I don't want the base there. Can't I just cancel? Don't want base here. No. Never mind. Okay, base is never mind. Maybe I can delete it now. Fuck. Alright, well, we'll leave never mind as my base. Okay. Fine. Fucking XCOM. Alright. I gotta remember playing these 1994 games, all these old games, that they're just not so accommodating to the player. They really don't give a shit whether we understood it, had a good time, understood the interface, or whatever. They just had like great rule systems, put them in, let us play the game, and good luck to you figuring out how all this shit works. But the amazing thing about this game, when you look at it now, we are now, 22 years after its release, is that all of the gameplay that is in the Firaxis remakes was basically here back then. Obviously, everything is way cruder, but there was so much game in here, just in terms of balancing the geoscape, what's happening in the world here on the world map, and the dog fights with the alien ships, which of course are not that really a big deal in either game, but the base management, which is really robust in this version, and the tactical turn-based combat. So they really melded together a lot of different genres in a really sophisticated way, given for what was available technology-wise at the time, which is why it's remembered now as one of the all-time great PC games. So yeah. All right. And yeah, it was also on PS1, for other people who have been pointing that out in chat, and you're correct. Okay, so we have our base here called Nevermind, here in the middle of Africa. I was actually going to plant it, by the way, in Berkeley, where I'm from, but that didn't work out. Scrolling really weird here. Okay, everything's going real slow. Anyway, yes, time has been flying by. Many days have passed in our world clock. So, in fact, all this time I've been blabbing, the aliens might very well have taken over the Earth. But just in case, you have to start by basically advancing time to so that the UFOs finally start showing up. We're advancing by a day. There we go. Our first UFO has been detected, a small-size UFO. And we can intercept it, or we could center it first to see where it is. There it is. That little red dot is our UFO. We can now send an interceptor out to try to target it. And now you can see that it actually is very slowly, I think, zooming in. There it goes. Aliens terrorize Montreal. Really, do we care about Montreal? That is actually happening simultaneously with our current fight. This is a really interesting start to this game. Okay, but anyway, now we're back at the fight here in Africa. We can shoot down the UFO, possibly. Very rudimentary space combat. That was your space combat. But we have now shot down the alien ship. It is dead. That white X represents our the UFO landing site. There is our ship. Our interceptor is now flying back to Nevermind. Are you hearing any game music? I might have turned it down when I was testing. Oh, I did. I'm not hearing anything. Maybe you will. By the way, certain things that I'm doing here, like the scrolling in and out, I think this is unique to, with the middle mouse button, is unique to this Open XCOM. That, again, is a free download, but you do need the base game to play this modernized version of it. But, you know, it's going to cost you $5 at most, so you should do it. Too loud? Oh, it's too loud. Okay. See, it's weird because I don't hear a goddamn thing. I hear nothing. Absolutely nothing. No audio whatsoever. Okay. Turning it down. Turning it down. I don't get why I don't hear anything. Okay, anyway, we're wasting time. We're continuing to waste time. So here's our crash site. We're going to send our Sky Ranger out there to the crash site to investigate this crash landing, or this UFO that we have shot down from the sky. Let's advance time. There we are. We're going to begin the mission. And here we get our mission objective. You know what? I wish I was hearing the sound, because I know that the modern XCOM actually uses some of the same sound effects, which is a very nice touch. Music was fine. See, I can't hear anything. I have 0 game audio. So for me, I don't hear anything. So I have no reference point on which to judge, which is weird. Why am I not hearing audio? Hello? Man, these Portapros are a total jip. Huh. See, I took out the headphones, and now I can hear the game. It's the Portapros. Okay, alright. Now I can hear it. I think actually the Portapros weren't plugged all the way in. But we'll blame the game. Okay, so we have a roster of default characters, which actually I think we could have messed with before we actually started playing. And as anybody who knows playing this game, even including the modern version, as they know, these people are all going to die rather quickly. So what I usually like to do, the time-honored tradition. Oh shit! The time-honored tradition that once again I failed to do because I was too busy talking. You know what? Fuck this game. We're abandoning it. We're going to start over because I keep talking and blowing it. Here we go. We'll get back to where we were in like a minute. Here, we're already back. Now I can actually select the site I really want. Over here. Base name. We'll stick with what we were doing and call Nevermind. That's in honor of my original mistake. Okay, now let's play, but let's see. Bases. So here we can see, like in XCOM, in the original, here is our base. I mean, in the remake, the Firaxis remake, here is our base. There's the different things you could research, manufacture, and build. Again, the new game basically just took all of this and modernized it. This is exactly how it is in the newer version in terms of you got your lab, you got your workshop, you've got your hangar, and here we could see, Nevermind. Here we could see, basically we can track everything going on in our base and the management and the costs for everything. I'm not going to bother spending a lot of time there now, but just to note that this is all the same as in the current series. So again, they had this all way back in 1994. All right, so here's our soldier list. Here's where we can change all their names. So what I was starting to say was, your first round of soldiers are all going to die a horrible death. So what I like to do is basically, you know, make them people that I don't mind expunging from the universe. Thusly. I can tell you though that when I did this in the XCOM remake, the first XCOM remake, I made a Sarah Palin, and she lasted for the entire like 100 plus hours that I played. She was by far my most powerful soldier. So I set her in to die, and she was the best. She was the best one. Christie. Who am I forgetting? Jeb. I suppose I should be equal opportunity so I don't piss off the Republicans who are watching the stream. But really, who would actually want to send Bernie Sanders out to die? You'd have to just be so cruel no matter what your political persuasion is. Who am I forgetting? What other losers are left? How about for old time's sake, we'll put Sarah back in. Biden? Okay, sure. I meant to write Marco, not Mario. Rubio. I'm too much in video game mode. Ben Carson. Right, and actually I can make him be Luigi Rubio. There we go. Okay, here's our squad. Here's our squad. I'm really rooting for Jeb to live here. Actually, of all of our soldiers. Anyway. Okay. All right. So now we have our squad. We can go back to the Geoscape, and we can start advancing the clock here and finding some UFOs. And there is our first UFO. Somewhere in there, where is that? Chicago? That looks like it's Michigan somewhere. Yeah, sure. Right in the Great Lakes there. Beautifully rendered in 2D there. You can clearly see which are the lakes on this map. So some pretty spectacular graphics for 1994. Less beep would be nice. Is it the UI volume? Is it both? Alright. Okay. Anyway, let's head to the crash site, or to the UFO site. We'll send an interceptor. Nevermind, Berkeley. They're heading out from Nevermind, our ship full of Republican candidates, along with Sarah Palin and Joe Biden, are on their way to get these aliens here in Michigan. And if that doesn't sound like a great premise for a movie, I don't know what does. So Gary Whitta, get on this shit. Well, I want the third volume slider on the right. It's never satisfying. People are never satisfied. This slider. That's your SF. Okay. Alright, we'll push that down and we'll put this back up. Pew pew! Okay, here we go. The yellow circle's about to meet the red circle. There it goes, and we're now in a standoff. Let's engage. Usually the standard attack will take care of it. UFO hit. Yay! We win. Game over. That's it. We beat the first game of XCOM. See you next week. Okay, so the ship's going back. We can now send our send our Sky Ranger out there. This is actually the Republicans and Joe Biden heading out to take care of the aliens. We could advance time a little bit. I forgot they weren't on the actual interceptor; they're on the Sky Ranger. So here we go. It's okay if you're backseat gaming because I'm not really reading chat, so I'm not gonna really be listening to anyway. I am watching for like technical problems or me being stupid with the UI or whatever. All right, so here we have the what we're being told here is exercise caution. There may be operatives in the UFO or around the crash site. Mission will be successful when all enemy units have been eliminated or neutralized. You know, your basic, and then you recover artifacts and shit, just like in the new game. You like that explanation? Okay. Alright. Okay, here we go. So now we're going to enter the turn-based part of the game. But first we can inspect all of our soldiers here. Looks like we have some bullets on the ground. We have a couple extra weapons to equip Mr. Cruz. Donald Trump. Wow. I wonder if he knows what he looks like now in this game. He would probably be pretty shocked. Actually, the look isn't really fitting any of these guys, but that's okay. Did they ever have any female models? I guess that is she female? Was that female? Sure doesn't look female. I was just going by the red lips, as if that was lipstick. But anyway, that's our squad. Here it is. It's our turn. Here we are. Okay, here we go. Here it is. This is the real thing. This is the official XCOM gameplay that we all know and love. So we have to send our troops out now to investigate the UFO site and probably die within the next minute. This box is telling us where we can move. I think one thing that Open XCOM does is it actually shows like movement points. Let's see what happens. And I think if I click this way, she'll face. I'll click right, I think. Yeah, now she's facing forward, and when she turns her facing, it actually reveals more of the map. So again, some kind of cool little touches that they thought about a long time ago. By the way, let's see if we change the layering. We can see there's the you can go to different layers of the map. So that was not a graphical glitch. That was only showing the wheels and the what do you call this, off ramp. So anyway, so we could leave it in this perspective, but so you actually can do it. Anyway, so we're going to get the next guy off the plane, which is Chris Christie. It's actually shocking that we haven't died yet. It looks like there's a UFO base actually right there. So the normal course of events, as was mentioned in chat earlier, is that you just die like pretty fucking immediately because the aliens are usually right here, equipped with weapons and ready to shoot you. So it's a very common experience. It was in 1994. It still is today that you would just get off this plane, everyone dies, and the mission is over. And again, when you think about it, in terms of like, this is going to be somebody's first experience with the game, no tutorial babying you through. You just get into the screen without being told what to do, figure out that you got to move these guys out, and then die and be at the game over screen is basically how PC gaming was. Back in the good old days. Alright, let's get all these guys off the plane. Joe Biden hanging back. Get out there, Biden. Who's left on the plane? Whoops, I put Biden back. There you go. Alright, well, Biden, maybe we should leave him on the plane anyway. I gotta escape out of him. Or not. Sarah Palin. She should really be on the front lines. Because if anybody is sacrificial. Let's see. I do not know what the key command is in this game. It might be, oh, I should just go to next unit. That's what I should do. Yeah, okay. So that's Biden. Here we go. Ben Carson, get off the plane. Come on down. All right, I think we're all out. I think we've used all our movement points almost. You can see here at the bottom, we're being told how much movement points we have. Next unit, I think we're all moved out, so we can end our turn. All right, the aliens are now going to move. Rubio, dead, just like he was in the debate last night. So very fitting. Apparently, somebody watched his performance in the Republican debate last night and took him out immediately. So Rubio, now out of the game. And of course, this is permadeath, always in XCOM. So, see you later, motherfucker. Okay, it's our turn again. There was an alien who shot Rubio here. I believe it was coming from over here. So we could send Chris Christie to investigate, since Chris Christie was actually the one who basically took Rubio out last night. When the alien is on, when we do have a visible alien, there's going to be an icon that shows us. So we will get an alert. Okay, he can't move. He's right there? Wait, is he right there? Is that him right there? Is that the alien? If it is, then the game is not accurately displaying what it's supposed to be displaying. And maybe it's not because he's not in our current line of sight. So it might be that well, if there were two aliens, it would be a number 2 on the screen. Maybe it must be a line of sight. In fact, there are 2 aliens. So if this is either a line of sight thing or this is something with OpenXCOM, let's find out. Let's send Sarah over there. Okay, there we go. There's our 1. Okay, so she's recognizing 1. We can now center on it. And at this point, we could shoot if we want to. Usually, you can't shoot and you can't move and shoot on the same turn. That pretty much goes for most games, actually. I'm sure we're not. Oh, actually, she could. So she could shoot through the wall. You can shoot anyway. You're right, as was mentioned in chat. You could shoot even if there's no chance you'll be able to hit. But what was interesting, maybe I just missed the notification up here for Christie, but I don't think so. All right, so let's go to our next unit. We don't want you anymore. Sarah, I don't want you anymore. Just okay. Biden. All right, old man, get off the plane. I'm gonna try to position him behind cover. Oh shit! There was a 3rd alien. Hello. Hold on. Sorry, scroll speed is weird on the map here. We have 3 aliens on the map now. Actually, you could go to the map view. The blue are aliens. So you can actually see here that we are being flanked. The gold is us. These would be dead bodies, I believe. Alright, not going so well. However, I have to say, for our very first battle in this game, we're actually ahead of the curve. This is normally this mission would be over. You can kneel too, by the way, which will increase your accuracy, so I do remember that. Let's sometimes playing these old games, it takes me like, what I should probably do is like play like a whole day by myself, and then stream so it all comes back to me. Because usually what I'm doing is relearning while I'm playing with you, which is fine. I don't really care. So now you can see actually that Trump can see all three aliens, or all three aliens are visible to our squad. And actually, chances are, on our next turn now, oh, look at that, Jeb still hiding in the plane. That they're going to wipe out most of the squad. You can use things like cover to take advantage in this game. It does exist. Of course, you can see here they put us, and it usually happens that you just land in an open field with no cover originally, which is why often you just get your whole team wiped as soon as you launch. I probably can't, he can't shoot. Yeah, he can't shoot. Okay. All right. That doesn't do it. I just want to unselect current unit. There we go. Okay, let's end our turn and see what happens. Donald Trump has been killed. Boy, I should have screenshot that. Sarah Palin has been killed. I was going to say what a great day, but that's not very nice. So we just lost Trump and Palin. Who else is gone? Christie and is it Biden are all out. They're all dead already. The game sort of like as you go on, if you want to get into the fiction of the thing, the UFOs clearly have the better technology at this point, and we're ready for us. So it sort of makes sense that we get killed at the beginning. It's a very, again, I'll keep repeating, it's very normal in this old XCOM for this to happen. It's only later that you start getting advantage, and of course, watching all your soldiers die only increases your incentive to want to blow the shit out of them when you finally have the ability to. So Ted Cruz is going to take a shot. Oh, he can't. Not enough time units. What? Really? Did I move him already? Oh, there he goes. Oh, he's way the fuck over there. That's why. Okay. But Chris Christie should be able to take the shot. We'll try an aim shot. We have a 71% chance. I should have paused on that screen. And he missed. He might get a second shot in. He doesn't. Way to go. Kind of says it all. Jeb. No, there's no aliens in sight for him. We might have to move him over to this hedge. There we go. So anyway, snapshot is basically like, non-aimed shot. And aim shot is what it sounds like, and throw would be if we have a grenade or something like that, which we do. At least a couple of the characters have grenades. And Bush hits the bush, appropriately enough. And now he is out of time units. We're ending the turn. Ben Carson, dead! Chris Christie, dead. That's a Republican slaughter here. Who's still alive? Is Biden still alive? Ted Cruz is panicked. This really is a kind of a metaphor for the whole election. We've got Ted Cruz is alive, and Jeb are the only two who are still standing. Maybe I should have called this live stream Election Prediction 2016. Because if Bush is the last one standing, Cruz doesn't have enough time units to do anything ever. Jeb might be, we're in pretty close range here. 45%. That didn't help. Alright. Awesome. Okay. Actually, I meant. Oh, so he did. He did have a. He did have a grenade. He should have equipped it. No, and I can't because I'm out of time units. This reminds me, by the way, this whole thing with time units and. If this at all seems familiar to you in terms of, I mean, I know a lot of games do this, but Fallout 1, the original Fallout, was actually its combat system was influenced by XCOM, believe it or not. Tim Kaine, after they lost the rights to GURPS combat system, which is what they were going to use, and they made up their own special, they were actually influenced by XCOM in terms of, they call them action points in the Fallout series, which continues to this day to Fallout 4, but they were called time units in XCOM. Well, there it is, folks. Your 2016 election predictions. The only one standing after one round is Ted Cruz, and he's now panicking. Oh, that's why I couldn't. That's why he was out of time units. That's right, because he panicked. So that's another thing to note about the original game. They did have a morale system, even way back then. So, you know, it's easy to look at this and look at the interface and be completely underwhelmed and not think much of this. I get it. But, you know, when I extrapolate back to 1994 and remember all of these variables happening all the time, it was a pretty amazing game, along with the base management, you know, the tension between spending money on your buildings and your research and all that. That was all present in the game. Why is he panicking? Well, we know why he's panicking. Because his entire team is dead. And he's still panicked, so I guess he can't really do anything except probably wait to die. There we have it. Complete party wipe. Welcome to XCOM. Rating terrible. So, and we are playing on the second lowest difficulty. Now, granted, I wasn't using any strategy at all and was spending all my time talking and not really paying attention. But I think even careful placement of those units would probably have not yielded a much different result. Yeah, this is OpenXCOM, by the way. So this is the better looking version of XCOM, thanks to OpenXCOM. I mean, I didn't play around with the settings too much because I didn't have time to do that. So I took care of all this shortly before the live stream. But this really actually is an improvement. From Terror of the Deep, I can play Terror from the Deep too. Sure, Terror from the Deep was XCOM 2, basically. Not basically, actually, in actuality. Let's see. I don't know if we can we research anything. We can. We can research stuff, I guess, basically now because. Let's see. We have 9 scientists available. Let's just. We definitely want med kits. So again, if you're familiar with the reboot, all the stuff is right out of it, right out of the original. This all happened. There's our memorial. Let's pause and have a moment of silence for our dearly departed crew of Republican candidates, former candidates, and Joe Biden. Yeah, it's hard to state how groundbreaking this was in '94 when I played it on my Amiga. That's absolutely true. And no, I don't have a lot of old PC game boxes around. And I'll tell you the really heartbreaking thing about that is that Computer Gaming World magazine had this incredible library of old PC games, even Amiga games, all sorts of stuff going all the way back. And at some point, they were all tossed. And I believe they were tossed into the garbage. when the magazine shut down. They were not even donated to a place or to a museum or something where, I think they were just roundly thrown out. That still burns me up just to think about it right now. Anyway, really a fucking tragedy, because we're talking about like everything. It was a pretty comprehensive library, including games that used to come in baggies with cassette tapes. We had those too. Okay, so we're not really in any position at this point to build a new base. We can't really manufacture much. We really probably need to recruit soldiers, actually, is what we should be doing. Alright, we got the money. Okay. Now we can go back to the geoscape. We can start looking for another alien, because that sure went well the first time. Okay, here's our new crew of people, all arriving to Nevermind, base Nevermind. Here you can see we have a virtual rainbow coalition of different nationalities, which, was pretty good for 1994. At least they kept that in mind. We can now research laser weapons. Laser pistol is available to us, so keep hammering on this. This is all stuff that Firaxis basically repeated for their remake. So, all of these, all of the stuff was here right from the start. Kind of amazing. Yeah, I did see the memorial that was done for me for the PAX WrestleMania, which was pretty amazing and great. I was very flattered that happened. I was kind of stunned. I was stunned that they remembered me. All right, let's get over there. There we go. Where's our plane? I saw it. Where did it go? That yellow dot was. This is where I forget what happens. Let's see, I think there's a way to... I might have missed a notification. What's happening here at base Nevermind? Ready. Oh, wait a minute. No. Select destination. Isn't this where the crash site was? I miss it. I missed something because I was too busy. Yabbering as usual. Oh, look at this. Here we'll get our monthly report. This is going to be outstanding. This is going to be like my some of my monthly employee reviews. At some of my older, shittier jobs. It's certainly not to be a good review. The Council of Funding Nations is dissatisfied with your performance. I can't possibly imagine why. You must improve your effectiveness in dealing with the alien menace or risk termination of the project. Our monthly rating, as of right now, is minus 1,464 with the rating of terrible. Here's the list of people who are not happy with us at this stage of the game. The US, Russia, the UK, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, China, Japan, India, Brazil, Australia, Nigeria, South Africa, Egypt, and Canada basically all hate my fucking guts. And we've been playing this game for, 20 minutes. I basically have the entire universe against me. And again, just to note that as in the Firaxis game, we can recruit more scientists, more engineers to help speed up our production. We could be worrying about the air game. We can be buying stuff that will increase our odds in the air if we actually cared about doing any real strategy, unlike me today, in which I'm just kind of touring the game for you, just so you can basically see what's going on here. Sort of. And we've completed our medikit. So that's good. So we can now heal. So this will help with the party wipes. There might be a chance that we don't all completely wipe if we equip some medikits when we go out. Let's get that laser pistol going. Oops. Okay. All right. There is absolutely a lot to keep track of in this game, which is really kind of the point. And one reason that people loved it, of course, was that there was so much to keep track of. And again, like I can't stress enough the difference in how game companies sort of approach this with players. I mean, there was a manual. And of course, it was like 150 pages or something. And the manual kind of walks you through how you play. But there was no, there were no videos. There was no tutorial level. It was just like, here's our game. Good fucking luck. And a lot of it was just figuring out on your own how to do it. And when it's a game that's as complex as this, just in terms of all the different things you have to manage, I mean, it's a lot. But part of the joy, of course, was actually figuring it out on your own and mastering it in spite of, or despite everything going on. There is a UFOpedia, which does serves as sort of like an online, glossary manual index. Of course, we don't have anything yet. Stuff will start filling in as you get it. I mean, like here, this is all the stuff that we do have. So, you can spend some time checking all this stuff out, which is what we did in the day. We spent a lot of time just staring at all these screens, reading it all, and also like sitting on the train or whatever, reading the 150-page manual, trying to learn how to play. This is OpenXCOM. To those asking, I think you can see. Oh, you can't see on your screen. But yes, this is OpenXCOM. If you could see the window bar, you would see that. And the UFOpedia was also influenced by Civilization. That was a direct homage, if you will, from the Civpedia, of course. So, I'm just full of factoids. Aliens are terrorizing Delhi. So now we've got aliens on the ground all over the place, basically taking over the world. Because I'm too busy talking to actually shoot down any UFOs and destroy them. So I'm on the alien side in this game. I'm role-playing as the alien commander. I probably should be building more planes too. Or, I'm sorry, an XCOM defense force. Alright, we're just head from Nevermind to Delhi, and we just ran away. We just ran away. If you saw the yellow dot, it went all the way to the base, and then it rubber banded back, which actually was a pretty good simulation of what would happen had I been piloting that plane. Another month went by, another terrible rating. All this time that look at this. The clock has actually been ticking this entire time we've been playing. So that's another important lesson. As the time is moving, and if you don't keep moving, so even though the combat is turn-based, and even though you could spend a lot of time diddling in your base and stuff, the clock is still ticking. So there was that pressure on top of everything else in the game. There was the time pressure of. So here's the result of my fantastic initial run-through with you. The aliens attempt to exterminate all humanity, destroying cities and poisoning the air and sea. The resistance of Earth armies is futile in the face of vastly superior technology. Surviving generations suffer terrible mutations as they flee alien destruction. They are rounded up into slave camps to help transform Earth. Oh, I can't even read fast enough for this fucking game. I have failed to save the Earth. And the game is over. So, that was XCOM 1. From beginning of game to end of game. So, had I not been talking, had I been taking this seriously, had I actually just been quietly and with great contemplation playing XCOM for my own satisfaction and gratification as someone who enjoys strategy games, and had I been applying all of my knowledge of this game and taken it seriously, I still probably would have died about 10 minutes from now. So not an easy game at all. We can actually play another one. I was going to up the difficulty level, but there's really no point. Yeah, you can see Iron Man, no manual saving, so you could actually even make it harder on you. Yeah, that was kind of a speed run, I guess, technically. That was about as quick as you can lose. So, we'll do it in Europe. Moronville. Okay, we have our initial base, Moronville, Europe. Here you can see everybody who's supplying us funds right now. Basically, the whole world is still on our side, unlike the doofus who ran the last game. So we're off to a good start before we actually do anything. We could, Moronville, you can see the overview here. We could start some initial research just to get things going immediately. Motion scanner. Really shouldn't ignore that. No, actually we can't do that yet. Okay, so let's research that. Nothing to equip yet. We could check in on our soldiers. I'm not going to rename them this time because let's just try to play. I could rename them. Let's just get going. Alright! So now we have laser. We can research the laser pistol, which we should probably do. Let's do that. Laser pistol will help us in our battle against the alien forces. UFO 1 has been detected. So already you can see by the time you get to Game 2 or Game 3 here, you're starting to get a little bit of a grip, maybe, on how to play this game. Think of that, not that far away from us. You actually don't want to shoot these things down in the water because then you can't actually retrieve them. You can't actually take off after them. I mean, you can take off after them, but if you shoot them down, you can't go then get them. Wait a minute. I just want you to intercept. I did this before. Target, that's what I need to do. Okay. So you can see we're taking off from Moronville. Let's speed up the clock. There we go. Now we're in our glorious space combat. UFO is hit. Crashland, we are on our way to total victory this time around. So we're sending our interceptor back to Moronville. The Sky Ranger is heading towards the crash site. We'll begin the mission. Yeah, renaming was half the game last time around. I don't think I could do it at this point. I don't think I can do it from once we're in here. I can't rename them. Or can I? I don't think so. I think I have to do that at base. I really never played it. I don't really know anyone who didn't rename all of their soldiers. I mean, you just sort of had to do that. Usually you named them, you know, after your friends or musicians or politicians like I did before or whatever. Okay, so once again, here we are. Here's the deal. Oh, so this is new with OpenXCom. I'm using the middle mouse wheel and it's changing the mouse wheel. It's changing the which level we're on. That's kind of cool. All right, so we'll send Irina out. Again, the fog of war is so tiny, and usually there are aliens like right fucking here. So you can try to find cover right away, but that's not always going to work for you. We're not going to go too far this first turn. We'll just send them out here. I'm putting them in the trees in hopes that we have a little bit of cover. They could be in that building. But you can see we're already doing a little better. That might be in part because we're not taking Republican and Democratic politicians into the fight, but this time actual soldiers. So maybe that's another lesson for you. Don't take politicians into a good alien fight. The game gives you like a pretty big squad to start the game with, which is great. Of course, it's less great when you realize they're all going to die, but at least it gives you the option to actually do that. So, you know, you don't have just a squad of like 5. You've got a whole bunch, and they're all going to die, but at least you have that option. This is probably the edge of the map, right? Are we having fun? Do you like this? It's so fun for me to do these because it's weird. Like this is literally 22 years ago when I played. So, you know, when I come in cold like this, except for, you know, setting up the live stream, I just test to see if the video is actually going to work. It's like I have to relearn the game myself, even though I spent God knows how many hundreds of hours on the original. It's just that, like, all those games and all those dead brain cells later, it starts coming back a little bit like muscle memory. We actually could save, I think. Why would I save? We haven't been paying attention to all this stuff down here, you know, which accounts for health, movement points, you know, other stats. There we go. We have an alien, at least one alien inside that building there. And whoa, there we're having problems with the scroll speed again. Sorry. There we go. Okay. All right. So we have an indication of where the aliens are. We could try to move forward. You know, also there's a certain amount of, obviously, a certain amount of randomness to the maps. So sometimes you just get lucky, too, in terms of you're not surrounded from the get-go. Not enough time units. I'm still struggling with the unit selection. I have to remember just to use select unit on here. Did he move up? Yeah, he has all his time units still. Could be in the field. Who's watching the Super Bowl? Are you guys going to watch the Super Bowl, or are you going to ignore it? I haven't fully decided. I'm going to watch at least the second half. Maybe not the whole thing. Because I actually have to go swimming. I have to exercise. As important as an old man with a bad back that I do that. So I moved up the time of this live stream in part to accommodate my swimming and in part to accommodate the Super Bowl. Both for you and for me. Alright, I believe we're just about out of... No, he has, or she has many time units left. That green line up there right under the name is telling me how much I can move. You can see here, Caleb has a bunch of time unit points left to spare too. So now I think, oh, we do have an alien. Oh, on the roof. That's not going to go well for us. I put my entire squad in the line of fire of this alien on the roof. Fortunately, because he's turn-based, he can only kill one of us at a time. But basically, we've just positioned ourselves to be sitting ducks to this one alien motherfucker. Let's see who he kills. This isn't going to go well for at least one person. It was actually only Caleb, only the one who actually spotted the alien is the one who is dead. So that's what you get for being observant. We can go in the house, and then we can try to go up the stairs. But, yeah, movement points, of course. You can see, too, as is clear, that this was a slow-moving game when you were actually trying to play it and not dying within the first 5 minutes. The actual tactical combat could go on for quite a while. I even moved, one thing I did change in the open XCOM settings here was I did move up the movement of my soldiers. So this is actually going a little faster than the default setting. I'm basically just trying to surround the building. I'm taking this moderately seriously, but not completely seriously, because then I wouldn't be able to talk to you. And also, since we're playing this game for 1.5 hours total, and then moving on to a different game next week, probably, it doesn't really matter how well we do. Though I do at some point I'm gonna play one of these for this live stream, and I'm gonna get so into it that I'm gonna actually want to finish it. That did happen for a little while with Might and Magic 6, I have to admit. I started playing that off stream just for fun, but then I got distracted by The Witness when The Witness came out. So. Hi, everybody. If I haven't said this to you, happy Sunday, and it's great to see you. I do hope you're enjoying these retro live streams. It's different from my usual goof in the From Software stuff, but the point was really just to sort of show, especially for younger gamers, not just like how things were back in my day, though that is part of it, but also just to see, in the case of a game like XCOM, the whole game was already here. There was really a lot of sophisticated stuff happening a long time ago, even though the technology and the graphics, were obviously pretty shitty. What is weird to think about, though, is like at the time, games like Doom, like all these things seemed like so modern and so realistic in terms of their graphic looks. I know it's hard to picture now, and I wonder if in 20 years people will look at, games like Witcher 3 and say, like, this looks terrible. But back in the day, the graphics in XCOM were like mind-blowing that all of this could happen. So all of this wonderful stuff. Alright, we've only lost one soldier. I'm trying to remember, I think to go up a level, I think all I have to do is click on the level. Yeah, okay. Right? Oh, so we went up the stairs and we got shot dead. Sorry there, lady. I guess if we do the same thing with her, or him, the same thing's gonna happen, but we could try it. Since I'm really just the commander and I don't have to get myself killed on the battlefield, and these are basically just all pawns in my game, I can just send this next soldier also to their death. Unless, of course, this alien is out of movement points. We are. So we'll have to see what happens next game. Of course, if we sort of bum rush him with all of our units, he can't kill us all, so somebody will be able to live. We could also have Shin here go rogue and just check out something else and probably die because he's all alone. But we don't really care about Shin. So off you go to your death. Good riddance. And there's some pathing stuff there that I kind of forgot that the game does, because I actually meant to go in the building. Let's send you in. Alright, fine. Yes. Actually, it's worth knowing what's back here. Is there a back door? Looks like there is. Lubos is out of action points. I tried this already. Trying it a second time, not really going to work, but something that I'll do anyway, probably in every game for decades. Hoping maybe the game forgot that he was out of points and would now let me shoot him because 5 minutes passed. So he's probably going to die. Of course, these aliens don't always have great aim either. Whoops. Oh, he's running away. That alien's running away, so that's good. What? Fooled. We still can't even see him from here. You can see that there's no indicator for me. There he is. Now are we out of points? We're not. We have still not killed our first alien. Can we move at all? No, we're out of points. So hopefully one of our other soldiers will do something. Keep this lone wolf going over here. You get in there. There's our backdoor man. Sometimes the aliens, every once in a while you find them lurking in one of these other rooms. There could be one in there. Alright, let's come up here. Hopefully we can kill our first alien with a 33% aim shot. Not really good odds. We'll take the shot anyway. Oh, and he can't even shoot this turn. He can move a little more. Why don't you face towards them? Okay. Alright. Not looking good here for our team. Though it's been worse. Wow, that alien really is a terrible shot. That alien's probably going to get fired by his alien command if he lives. Now we've got one of our soldiers panicked, another one's going berserk. So he's shooting the wall. I guess that's what happens when you go berserk. Why he went berserk, I don't know. He's out, maybe because I left him by himself?
room. No aliens in there. Okay. No biggie. Was worth a shot. Where is our guy? Why can't we see him? Where is he? Our alien has vanished. Even though he really should be like right here. There he is. So why can oh, because I wasn't facing the right way. I watched that facing and now I'm probably out of action. And I am. Wonderful. Alright, who's left? Okay, yes, we get it. Alright, now you. Come on up. Not enough. Oh, no. You're out of action. Oh, because he was panicked. So he doesn't get a turn because he panicked. Irina, we can send her up. This is our last shot at getting a shot off this round. Really? Did I move her already? Not enough energy. Yeah, I could have done the snap. Sure. But why would I do that when I could just die instead? I know, oh man. Look at this. So yeah, usually I always do aim shots. It's what I default to. I actually do that in XCOM, the Firaxis games too. I default towards aim, which, as you can see, was clearly a losing strategy. He gets no time units this turn again because he's panicked. So he's a waste. She does. So she gets to come upstairs and die. Basically another FUBAR mission for our team of clods. Look at that. You know, we have an alien out in the field, which we can see. I have a hard time believing he would actually get a shot off here. And in fact, he hits the wall. Well, it was good. It was good checking. But why don't we chase him outside? Okay, Lubos gets no points because he's panicked. Everybody else is out or dead. End of turn. Lubos now dead. He was nothing but useless anyway from the start. We are now turn 8. Muhammad is now shooting the wall. Awesome. Thanks. So, he's out of it. Who's fucking left? Anybody? Muhammad is, okay, unpanicked. Of course, you can see even, you know, even compared to last game's utter wipeout, like, we actually did a little better here because I paid a little more attention. I mean, again, it is probably, though, like the last game in which had I been fully engaged and fully thinking things out, I would still only be extending my life by maybe 20 minutes. Alright, facing that way, so where the hell? Well, we killed an alien. Oh, that's right. You didn't know aliens could have fatal wounds. Very good catch. That was actually an open XCOM change that I set. Actually, I set that as a way to give me an advantage, which, of course, it worked in that moment, but didn't really do anything for our long-term success, clearly. So these are all the things it allows you to set. I added inventory stats. Where's bleed out? Alien bleeding. Allows fatal wounds to be inflicted on most aliens. So I actually did change that setting. Gold star for you, sir, for careful observation of the gameplay. So OpenXCOM does actually allow for quite a bit of futzing with the rules. I tried not to change many. I did change that one, and that was specifically in the hopes that I might actually last longer, because I knew that this was going to be tough, and that there was a great chance I was going to get slaughtered every time I tried to take down an alien in this game. And again, we are playing it on the second lowest difficulty setting. Alright, so heading out into the ocean. We can still intercept, but I'm a strategy game expert. It's weird to think how shitty one gets after not playing these things for so long. There was a day when I had actually beat this game, but now it actually looks, if I tried to play it again for real, it would take about 1,000 hours at the rate I'm playing it now. Of course, if I was off stream and I was starting to pay attention and remembering all the stuff in the base management, which I've been ignoring, that I would get back up to speed. But you know why that's not going to happen? Because I'm going to play XCOM 2 instead, the new game. Because I'll be honest with you, as a person alive now in 2016, as much as I'm an old man who likes his old games, the new XCOM series is just more pleasing. This is great for nostalgia, for a Sunday afternoon stream, but as a game that I'm going to want to spend, hundreds of hours on, it's going to be XCOM 2. Sorry to say. So, we actually don't have any. We don't have any crew, so that doesn't really help. There's our memorial. Do love the music though. I know I need a Sky Ranger. I need a Sky Ranger, and I need some soldiers. Though the soldiers might actually be I can't remember if it resupplies them. Does it? I'll buy a couple of Sky Rangers. Oh, I can't. I have enough for one. Okay. I know I have no Sky Ranger. I should have thought of that before. So, all of this learning by doing and remembering. I think actually the current series wouldn't let this happen, would it? Could you actually get depleted of your Sky Rangers? I can't recall that ever happening the entire way through XCOM Enemy Unknown or Enemy Within. I don't remember I ever not having a Sky Ranger on hand. I never did play Space Crusade. And when is the XCOM 2 stream? I could do it. I could conceivably stream that game. Like, for realsies. I'm trying to think what would be the next game after Bloodborne DLC. I don't think I can actually still go intercept that. Well, we have a. Okay. There we go. Here's our little interceptor. Sky Ranger and XM Reboot is always safe, but your interceptors could get shot down. Right, okay. So you can't actually lose your Sky Ranger. In this game, obviously I can't. I didn't have any. Okay, but now we have another shot at it. We have another battle we can fight here. 304. I'm good, thank you for asking. I'm very good. Okay, so there's our little white X. That is our UFO that's crash landed. We can send our Sky Ranger out now that we have one. Sky Ranger is going to head with our crew of anonymous new soldiers, all ready to die. There they go. Speed time a little bit. Are you there? Are you there yet? Where are you? What happened? I said to you. They taking a nap? I don't care. I just want my Sky Ranger soldiers to get out of the goddamn plane. Unless they weren't in the Sky Ranger. What if I send an empty plane to the UFO site? And now it's off the map entirely. How's my back? My back, well, at least we have the laser pistol resource. And we can research the laser rifle. It's a spacey stream. My back is good. Again, I had to spend a whole week sitting in a chair in an office with no windows and 4 other dudes playing a video game for about 10 hours a day. So in addition to the stench, there was also the issue of my back. So that's why I'm standing today. And yeah. So yeah, old games were harsh. That's what somebody said here, and you're not fucking kidding. They just don't, you know, it's actually, you know, a game like this, as I think about it, you know, look at that, monthly rating okay. So we went up from terrible to okay, so we're making progress. The Council of Funding Nations is generally satisfied with my progress so far. God knows why. I guess they've lowered their standards from the last guy who ran this game, which was also me, but, you know, I'm like a step up. What was the driving game I was really good at? The game that I kicked everybody's ass on, inexplicably, was Interstate 76. That was my jam. Hit. Looks like that UFO's still going. It was hit, but it didn't crash. Right? I don't think so. UFO 4. Oh wait, no. Okay, so it's out. UFO hits! Interceptor destroyed! We're having absolutely no luck whatsoever. Rangers ready. Yeah, crew. All right, are they all in there? They're not in there. So I think before we sent out a Sky Ranger with nobody in it. We don't have any armor, so we can't equip them with armor yet. So now I'm starting to play and I'm forgetting you're even here. Really sucky situation here. Why don't you go back to base? I mean, yeah. You're ready. Okay. Aliens terrorize Paris. Sacre bleu! On va à Paris pour terminer les aliens. Bon. On va terminer les aliens maintenant. Alright, well, at the last minute, I bought a rifle and a hand cannon. So, we've got a little bit more firepower this time. Of course, I forgot to actually buy weapons for the rest of the crew. So, another lesson to remember. Not only will your Sky Rangers get destructed, leaving you with none, not only will they not automatically fill with available soldiers. If you put the available soldiers in, but do not equip the soldiers with weapons ahead of time, they will actually go into battle without weapons. So basically, we've got a couple of these guys are equipped. The rest, not so much. So we can maybe just send those two out. God, it comes back to me like one turn at a time. This is just seriously not going to go well. Okay, so that is what the person in chat was saying at the very beginning of the stream, what their memory of the game, and that is actually what I was expecting the first time with the Republicans, was the second you even just try to move out of the plane, you die. So in this case, there was zero chance, no matter how fucking good a gamer you are, that was going to go well. Just unbelievable. And that is a lot of people's memory of the game. And that is why a lot of people, even though this has received multiple Game of the Year awards, it did by our magazine, Computer Gaming World, when it came out in 1994. I think IGN named it Best Game of All Time at least twice in the course of their doing best games of all time, but that's why some people just like can't fucking stand it because of things like what just happened there, which was insta death the second we even just try to fucking start the mission. So our two people who had weapons died the fucking second we clicked on them. Yeah, I forgot to arm the units, and now all of the only two people that had weapons are dead. So everyone else is basically just cannon fodder. They could try to fight the aliens with their fist. I believe this actually aborts mission. Yeah, it does. Strategy games in the 90s were serious business. You couldn't just go in half-cocked. You couldn't just go in thinking, I'm a great gamer and I'm going to beat this thing. You had
had to think. You had to strategize. And only then could you win. John Caboose would like to know how long I'm going to stream for. Not very much longer, about 15 more minutes. Because then I gotta, I'm already over time. I was supposed to stop at 3, not 3:30. I forgot. Shit. So, I should stop. So that's a good place to stop. Yeah. You can actually see just how absolutely... So that was over an hour and a half of playing XCOM 1. All we did was progress from a rating of terrible to okay, which was really not deserved anyway. But basically the idea that we would actually play this game and win and stop the entire world alien threat, we were way far away from that ever happening. Like 1,000 hours at this quality rate. But hopefully you could see at least in this short stream what has now become XCOM 2. So when you go to play XCOM 2, you can now think back on this awful stream and just be satisfied for yourself that you're born now and you get to play the current version. Not that I'm dissing this, because this was an awesome game, but just in terms of how much has been I'm not saying made easier, but just sort of made clearer for newer audiences, the way things are explained, and of course the graphic look, there's no comparison. The new game looks fantastic. So that is it. I hope you had fun. Please let me know if you like these retro live streams or not. I'll keep doing them on Sundays because it just seems sort of like a nice Sunday afternoon thing to do, just to reminisce. And I think I'll keep going in blind, because I could have spent some time in this game remembering that things like I have to equip the soldiers before I send them on a mission, certain fundamental things. Because like the current round of XCOM, soldiers come equipped, right? I mean, you can buy new and upgraded weapons, but they start out equipped. They didn't back in the day. Well, they did in the first soldiers, but then if they all die and you don't pick up the weapons, they're gone forever. So anyway, I think I'll keep going in blind because maybe it's more fun that way to watch me try to remember what I used to do rather than get good. All right, that's it. I'm late. I gotta go swimming because old man back. And I hope you all have a good night, a good rest of the day, evening, wherever you are. If you're watching the Super Bowl, I hope your team wins. If you're watching the Puppy Bowl, I hope your puppy wins. And if you're just like going to sleep, I hope you have very nice dreams. Hopefully that covers everybody. If I didn't cover you, please don't take it personally. I hope whatever the fuck you're doing also goes well for you. All right, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Next time it's gonna be tight, but I think I'm gonna do the lunchtime road to level 20 Hearthstone stream. So I will see you in Hearthstone Tuesday at noon o'clock Pacific. Ta-ta for now.